Hello, Wonderbounders. Today we are heading out towards Western Virginia to go to Monticello.
We stopped and got our favorite coffee from our favorite coffee shop, Cure, in Smithfield. And while I got coffee, Chris went and took pictures of egrets, and there was a seahawk.
Yep, and a couple of those shots came out pretty good. I'll probably put them on the screen here in a minute. But now we're gonna hit the road out to Monticello. So I didn't have a whole lot of time to take photos because we were on our way to get coffee, and we did have a couple of hours to drive out to Monticello. But in the time I did take photos, I got a great egret, an American crow, and a osprey. If you'd like these photos and like to see more, you can check out our Instagram page or hop over to our website. Okay, so we are at Monticello. We've gotten our tickets. We rode the shuttle up to the house. We've got about 20-30 minutes before our tour starts, so we are walking the grounds and checking out the gardens. A cool little tidbit about the garden is that they do seed saving and plant sales. You can go down to the visitor center and get some of the plants that have been propagated from ones in the garden, or get seeds so you can plant your own. The tour starts at Monticello's foyer. This is where Jefferson received all of his guests. Because he had intended to take visitors at all hours of the day, those guests would sometimes have to spend hours waiting for him. The room itself is filled with all sorts of things from across the United States. The idea is that the entryway would serve as a personal museum so that those wishing to speak with him would be able to be both entertained and learn something new while they waited. There's also a custom-made clock that kept not only the hours and minutes of the day, but also the days of the week, which we'll come back to this in a little bit.
From the foyer, we make our way through Jefferson's study and library. The most interesting fact about the library is that Jefferson sold his collection to restart the Library of Congress after the burning of D.C. in the War of 1812.
I didn't get footage of it while we were on the tour, but this room held two really neat contraptions. One was a device that Jefferson used to help him read 4 different books at the same time. The other one was used to help him copy letters he wrote like a photocopier at the time, so he could keep a copy for his personal records.
Unfortunately, the tour did get a little bit rushed at this point, but after the study, we moved through to Jefferson's bedroom. While there weren't many things to talk about for this room, Chris really loved the bed.
I mean, can you blame me? It's an alcove bed that opens up into both the study and the bedroom. Right now, I just have a beanbag in the office for when I need to take naps. After the bedroom, we moved to the sitting room, where again, not many exciting talking points were made during the tour. However, the real cool part is that the mirrors in the room are the original ones, so we couldn't help but take a recording of our reflections.
The last room we toured was the dining room, which had one of my favorite features, a dumbwaiter that went straight down to Jefferson's wine cellar. After leaving the house, the tour showed us a spot on the veranda, where to this day, the trees are still trimmed to provide a view all the way down to nearby University of Virginia.
With that, there was a brief walk through the gardens and the tour ended, but we weren't quite done. We were able to do a self-guided tour of the cellar space where we got to see where wine, beer, and other items were stored. And if you remember that clock I talked about in the foyer, we also got to see where it tracked the rest of the days of the week. All right, we finished our tour of Monticello and walking the grounds. We're about to head down to the visitor center and make our way back home.
We hope that you've enjoyed tagging along with us for this little tour. If you liked the video, please feel free to press the like button.
And as always, get out there and keep exploring.